This is Louis Grenier, hunted by the police and hated by everyone who heard his name and heard of what he had done. The massacre at Saint-Sulpice in France. The Nazis had locked every man, woman, and child in the church and burned it. 500 people had died because of Louis Grenier.
When do you expect Mr. Cannon?
Any minute now.
I still can't understand why you asked him to come. I don't think Renier's case is that important.
The problem of subversives is becoming more acute each day.
What has that to do with an American newspaper man?
Grenier is a criminal. Some papers have painted him as romantic bandit. He's a killer, and I want a responsible journalist to know it. Yes? Oh, hello, Mr. Cannon.
Hello, Monsieur Collard.
This is Commissioner Dessau.
Glad to meet you, Commissioner.
How do you do?
What did you want to see me about?
Sit down, please. We are releasing more information on the Grenier case. I thought you might be interested.
I am. But I'm a bit confused. I was under the impression that Louis Grenier was a leader in the resistance. Why was he being arrested as a subversive?
Unfortunately, the truth about Grenier's activities during the resistance has not as yet been released.
When will it be released?
In time for the morning papers.
What's the story?
Throughout the occupation, Grenier worked with a notoriously radical fringe in the underground. And because of the almost fanatic behavior of this group, the slaughter of Saint-Sulpice occurred.
You mean Grenier turned informer?
No. Gestapo had warned the villagers that any new acts of sabotage would result in the destruction of Saint-Sulpice. The town would be burned to the ground and the villagers shot.
And Grenier's group refused to listen.
Exactly. Ordinarily, a threat of this kind would be ignored. However, with the Allied armies approaching and with liberation so near, everyone knew that it would be insane to jeopardize the lives of the villagers.
Was Grenier the only survivor?
No. There was one other.
Who?
Myself. I was in another village at the time.
Why have you waited all these years to arrest him?
We thought he was dead with the others. Then, last week, I saw him accidentally at a political meeting, still preaching his fanatical ideas.
How do I get to Saint-Sulpice?
It's 30 kilometers south on the main road. What do you expect to find there?
I don't know. But Grenier has gotten a lot of publicity lately. From what you tell me, it's the wrong kind of publicity for a man like that. I'd like to go back to the place where the story started. I'm going as far as Saint-Sulpice.
That's where I'm going.
Hop in.
Thank you.
Do you live in Saint-Sulpice?
Yes, I do.
I heard it was destroyed during the war. Has much of it been restored?
The houses, yes. But the people...
Have you lived in the village before the massacre?
How could I? Everyone was killed.
The rumor has it that one escaped.
Only one?
Perhaps two.
You know who I am, don't you, monsieur?
You photograph very well.
You didn't find out about me from looking at my photograph.
No, there were other sources.
Completely reliable, I suppose.
I think so.
I will tell you where to stop, monsieur.
Louis?
Shut up. Over there.
Louis, what is it?
Nothing.
Something is wrong, Louis. Tell me.
I'll tell you it's nothing.
Don't you read the papers, madam?
Keep quiet. If anybody asks for me, I'm not here. Do you understand? You haven't seen me.
What is it, Louis? What is it?
Now stop asking questions. Is there any food? I haven't eaten all day.
No.
Isn't there any food in this house?
I was just going out to buy some.
All right. But remember, if anyone asks, you haven't seen me. Remember?
I will remember.
She'll get a paper now and find out.
She can't read.
She'll know eventually.
By that time, I'll have decided what I'm going to do.
Has she been that way for a long time?
Since the war. You cannot watch 300 persons die and expect nothing inside you to change. Especially when they are your own friends and relatives.
Was she here during the massacre?
Yes.
I thought only you and Desso escaped.
And I thought you knew all the facts, monsieur.
If she could talk, I'd probably learn more facts. Unpleasant facts.
Unfortunately, her mind was destroyed with the destruction of the village.
And unfortunately for you, Commissioner Desso's was not.
You believe what he tells you?
Why shouldn't I?
Why shouldn't you believe me?
You haven't told me anything.
What if I should say that Dessau committed the act of sabotage that led to the massacre? And that he did it purposely?
I'd say you're being ridiculous.
But what Dessau says is not ridiculous. He's a police commissioner and I'm a criminal.
Why should he want everyone in the village killed?
They were witnesses, monsieur. Every single one of them was a witness against him.
Why? What did he do?
Dessau, he was a collaborator. The Americans were approaching our village. When they got 2 kilometers out of town, the villagers would have hung him.
So he had everyone in the village killed.
The Germans were frightened and hysterical. They knew they could be cut off any hour. And they knew the villagers would kill them. That's why they passed that rule, and that's why the Sceau had his chance. If he succeeds to get me to the guillotine, the slaughter will be complete. Nina doesn't count.
Why haven't you told this to the authorities?
Because I was condemned before I even heard of the massacre. And you're forgetting, the Sceau is one of the authorities.
You murderer! You insane murderer! Get out of here! Get out of this house!
You know?
The whole village knows.
And you told them I was here?
Do you think I want a lynching in my house in front of her? Hasn't she seen enough blood?
Nothing will happen if they still don't know.
Police know. I telephoned. Get out of here!
Then Nina's coming with me.
Are you crazy? How far do you think you'd get dragging her through the woods?
You got the car, monsieur. Give me the key.
It won't do you any good. Every road will be blocked. Unless you're planning to use Nina for a shield.
I'm not leaving her here for the Sceau to complete the massacre.
Or would you rather she were killed by a bullet intended for you?
All right. I go. But don't try following me. Remember, I'm a dangerous killer.
Operator, I'd like to talk to Police Commissioner Dessau in San Paisa.
I left as soon as possible. Any news on Grenier?
Nothing.
He won't get far.
I'm not so sure about that. The local police spent the entire night combing every bush and hedgerow from here to Paris.
They must get him.
I'm not so sure about that. He looked very resourceful.
Nina? It is impossible. It is impossible.
I think all this excitement has been too much for her. Better go in the other room and talk.
Nina alive. It is like seeing the dead walking again.
Then you didn't know.
I thought only Grenier and myself were the lucky ones.
I'd hardly call Nina lucky. How soon after the massacre did you return to the village?
Not until a week later. I told you I was visiting a neighboring village. Huh? The Americans cut the road.
I had a long talk with Grenier while he was here.
Did he tell you I was a collaborator? The one who was instrumental in the destruction of Saint-Sulpice?
Yes, he did.
It is natural that he should. Whom else has he to blame?
There's Nina.
Nina! Now you are naive. Who would believe Nina capable?
Who would believe a commissioner of police capable?
What was Nina's reaction to Grenier's accusation?
Nina's a mute and not normal.
Is there an impossibility of her being normal again?
There's always a possibility. Some action or object of equal psychological importance might affect a change in a condition. But you can never tell about these things.
Do you think she recognized me?
It's hard to say. But she did show some reaction. Why not have another try at it? Well, she couldn't have gotten very far. I'll look in the ravine. If she's not there, I'll join you in the woods.
All right.
Come down peacefully and give yourself up.
Not before I put the bullet through your head.
Come down. You'll save a lot of unnecessary bloodshed.
You were never worried about shedding anyone's blood.
What about Nina? Do you want to get a kill?
Stay where you are. I can see well enough to shoot. Stay where you are. Do you hear me? I'll kill you. I'll kill you. Don't you hear me? I can see you. Don't think I can't.
You, Grenier, put your hands up.
Better get him to a hospital. You all right?
Yes, but I can't see my glove.
Oh, here they are.
No. Take him to the hospital and watch him.
They have taken him away now, Nina. He won't escape again. He won't be back. Forget you saw him. It was only a dream. That's all it was. A bad dream. Just sleep. Not now, darling. Just sleep. Don't think anymore. Only sleep. You will be all right again. It was only a dream. She's still sleeping.
It's a shame she had to witness all that shooting yesterday.
Do you think it will be worse for her now?
It's hard to say.
What happens to Louis?
When his arm heals, he'll stand trial. Commissioner Dessau's at the police station now making arrangements.
He'll probably get the guillotine. That's better than he deserves.
There's one thing that still bothers me. You couldn't get back to Saint-Sulpice until 10 days after the massacre. How was Nina able to exist?
But I got there the same day.
Well, how could you? The roads were cut.
The roads were not cut until 2 days later.
2 days later? A man is innocent until he's proven guilty. In Grenier's case, your interpretation was the exact opposite. You assumed his guilt first. Then you didn't even give him the opportunity of proving his innocence.
But Commissioner Dessau knew of Grenier's activities.
I told you that Dessau lied. He lied when he said he didn't return to Saint-Sulpice until 10 days after the massacre. He lied when he accused Grenier of a crime that he himself committed. I can back my statements with proof. Just get Dessau down here from Saint-Sulpice.
Saint-Sulpice 6255. Hello? This is Minister Koller. I'd like to speak to Commissioner Dessau. Where is he? What? When did this happen? Oh, I see. When Commissioner Dessau returns, tell him to report to my office immediately.
What's wrong?
Louis Grenier was killed late last night while attempting to escape.
By Commissioner Dessau.
Yes. And with Grenier gone, there is no one to call Dessau a liar.
Except for Nina. Nina.
Nina, come. We are going for a walk. Nina, come. It is a beautiful hour. You know how lovely the flowers are this time of the year. Don't you want to see the flowers? I said we are going for a walk. Come.
Nina! Nina! Nina!
Listen to me, Nina. Do you remember anything of what happened? Do you hear me, Nina? I want to know if you remember anything. Look at me. Do you know who I am?
Traitor. 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 Traitor.